All right, guys, welcome back to the world of wacko finance, where things just don't make sense anymore. Today, we woke up and we saw, especially people here on Wall Street Silver, saw that, hey, the US dollar is strong today. Someone said, do you see the 10-year yield? Someone says, wow, portfolio down 11,200 pounds. Man, that's wild. Oh, well, just have to buy some more PSLV miners. Someone says another discount on silver. Start another order, guys. So I want to talk about this because this just didn't happen out of the blue. Again, I call it wacko finance. Let's take a look at where we are today in the metals. We have silver at $27.25, and we have gold dropping down crazy at $1,867.73. That is a 2% drop for gold and about almost a 3.5% drop for silver today. So we have to look into this and figure out why this happened. Now, funny enough, yesterday, my timing honestly could not have been better. But if I just put this in this video yesterday, it would have seemed like perfect timing. But I forgot to put this in my video yesterday about crypto carnage, techno, I forget the name of the title that I put in that video yesterday, but check it out. Yesterday, I was talking about the Pied Pipers of market madness, and I forgot to talk about this guy right here. His name is Roaring Kitty. You may be familiar with him if you've been on Wall Street Bets at all. He goes by another name which I can't use on this video because I don't want it to get throttled in any way. But basically, this guy broke his silence the other day, and this is in reference to people talking about meme stocks coming back. So this is what he did. This is exactly what he did. He shows a picture or a video of a cat, and in the background you will hear music by O Fortuna from Carmina Burana. Yes, I'm a music nerd, so I know these things. But basically, after that happened, you start to see some meme stocks soar. And yes, that is what happens nowadays. When people tweet, meme stocks soar or other assets soar, such as crypto. And that's what we have to be on the lookout for nowadays. So what happened so far? AMC is up. Well, actually, it's dropped significantly since the last time I looked at this, but now it's at $43.41. It's dropped significantly down by 30% from its high today, where it got up to about, yesterday it got up to about $65.57. And it's essentially mean reverting. And it's mean reverting because this is a company with a 12-month trailing EPS of negative 15.59 earnings per share. So obviously it's mean reverting back to where it basically belongs logically for a company that doesn't really earn anything right now. It's actually bleeding money. But the funny thing is that when this happened or started to happen last night, I went on Facebook randomly, and someone in my Facebook, someone that I just, happened to know growing up, this frenzy is getting crazy, guys. He made a Facebook status saying, take that AMC profit and put it into BB. Now, that's not black bullion. I wish people would put some money into black bullion, but hey, it actually went into this guy right here. They're talking about BlackBerry, and BlackBerry on the day is up. It's up by 13%, and it's continuously going up now. It's currently at $17.25. So yes, perhaps the AMC ride is over, but don't think the meme stock ride is over. People are going into BlackBerry. Now, you might be asking, well, what does this have to do with prices going down? Well, guys, we've talked about this many times before this year because this just keeps happening over and over and over again. But when these mass short squeezes happen, or people have to cover their shorts, they have to sell. And what happens when you sell? You basically raise the volatility index. And this is primarily from institutional sellers or institutions, I should say. Institutions, the whales, they basically had possibly, and this is all pure speculation here, but this is the only thing that could really make sense to me, is that for some of them, they had to cover some of their short positions, and the VIX is up 8%. Now, what happens when the VIX is up? Generally, you'll see that the dollar is up, because that's not necessarily a strong one-to-one correlation. But when you have a day when there's a lot of selling, obviously the dollar is going to be bid up because people are basically liquidating into the dollar. So obviously the dollar is going to get a little bit more short-term strength, and these guys are going to get some short-term weakness. Now, honestly, if I didn't have to work today, I would run down to a local coin shop and load up on some of those maples I've been talking about, especially with silver going down to $27 here. But essentially, this is what we're seeing today, guys. We're seeing market madness, just as like I talked about yesterday, continuing today. Now, why is this happening? Why does this keep happening? And why does it keep happening from asset to asset to asset? Well, here's the thing, guys. In the early part of the year, when there were initially inflation concerns, people got out of those high growth names, and I started talking about, and yesterday I talked about a company, ARK Invest, and how in the description I said I was shorting ARK, and I woke up this morning and I saw them down pretty significantly, and my P&L looked pretty good. This is why I also advocate for long short portfolios. But moving forward, people had concerns about inflation. So obviously you had, amazingly groups such as Wall Street Silver come up, which was great. And then you also had people going into cryptocurrency. And again, I don't have any issues with cryptocurrency. I personally just don't. I'm not a crypto guy for a variety of reasons. But people got into crypto more so than they got into metals, I would say, though people did rush into metals. Obviously, as you can see, prices have gone up over that period. Now that the crypto bloodbath has taken effect basically in the last couple of weeks, people are probably saying, what do we put our money into now? And now they're going back into the meme stocks that basically kicked off this roller coaster back in early January or late January. So guys, who knows? Maybe this is just going to be a continuous merry-go-round where it's meme stocks, then people go into crypto, maybe some SPACs in there, then they go back into meme stocks. Who knows? But this just seems like it's never ending. If you take a look, actually, I'm going to actually pause this. Okay, so here we are on Anton Kreel's Twitter page. Now, for those of you who don't know who Anton Kreel is, he's a former Goldman Sachs portfolio manager, trader. And he's actually where I learned a lot of my approach to investing and trading in my personal portfolio. But here is what he posted a few hours ago, about 6 hours ago. And it's pretty, I think it's pretty telling. And I want to show you guys what exactly he posted here. So obviously he quoted the Simon and Garfunkel song, The Sound of Silence, or the song, Sound of Silence. And hello, darkness, my old friend. And basically he has a couple of pictures here that I think are very important to show you guys. So here's the FINRA investor margin debt relative to GDP. And as you can see, margin debt relative to GDP has been on an increase pretty much since the start of this date range, going back to 97. And as you can see, we're at all-time highs here in 2021, and he had it end at April 1st, 2021. So things are looking pretty frothy, if I do say so myself. Then he also adds another image. Here we have the CBOE put call ratio. And as you can see, there's much more of an interest into the calls. So things are getting pretty frothy with margin, and people are more so interested in call options. Obviously, we're seeing AMC and BlackBerry go up pretty significantly because people are throwing money at call options, most likely. And here we have the options call versus the versus puts, and obviously options calls are pretty high. This is an index here, and that index is elevating pretty rapidly in recent days. So back again to what I've been saying, we have market madness going on, and people are putting their money and sometimes their life savings into BlackBerry, a company, again, with a trailing 12 month earnings per share of negative 1.97. And again, AMC with negative 15.59. So guys, this is what's been happening today. Don't worry too much about the long term here for gold and silver. This is just collateral damage that hit us. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion for gold and silver today.com.